Hey, you might feel like your life is completely falling apart because it may appear to be in that maybe you're losing your house, maybe you're losing a relationship, maybe you're losing a job, maybe like everything is falling out from under you and you feel like your life is falling apart, but I'm here to tell you from the deepest parts of my heart and from experience that what's happening is you are being put back together. What do I mean by this? And from experience again, I'm telling you, you don't even know who you are. So, what happens is we get very attached, very, very attached to what we think we want in these moments. And as they're falling apart, we're just so desperately trying to identify why, because you don't know who you are without it. And what are you supposed to do? And what are you supposed to think? What are you supposed to feel? What are you supposed to, all of these questions come up. And good, because it's time that you do that, because you're not necessarily happy. I know you can't see it now, but you're going to look back and go, wow, like I thought I wanted that, but I didn't even know what I needed. And until you let it all fall away, and please let it all fall away. For example, I went through the experience of having the sheriff's going to change the locks and I'm losing my place and I don't know what to do. And I'm talking to my friend about it and she's like, well, have you ever thought about renting a room or something? And I'm like, I've got a whole 1 bedroom place. Like, I was attached. I don't want to let go of all my stuff. I worked so hard for it, right? How silly. So then I start to manifest. And I was at the beginning of manifesting at this time. And I thought, the only way that renting a room would work is if it was like in a condo or something where I could bring all of my stuff and they don't have anything there and I could just put all my stuff in there and be able to hold it until I get my next place, but I'm still just paying room rental. Lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. I ended up manifesting the condo where there were two other girls who were in upstairs rooms. I had the whole basement to myself. They had no stuff in the entire living room. So my whole 1 bedroom fit in there beautifully. It was like marble floors. They worked, they went to school. You never seen them. It was like having the place to myself anyways. And they were beautiful souls. It all worked. And the rent was like $400 or something silly. It was fantastic. It all worked out beautifully, and I didn't even know that that's what I needed at the time. And so then all of these things always unfold perfectly for you if you start to allow yourself to get curious in that moment and really start to reflect, like, how did I even get here? Because when there were situations where you're completely taken advantage of, or you were robbed, and you look back at it, you go, you know what, I allowed a lot of that. Because if it was family and friends who typically do that to you until you get to a place of awareness, like, see how you're being put back together, because you start to reflect on, like, wow, I was doing this all out of like people pleasing, these deep values of like what I thought family was. Like, you do everything for, you sacrifice, it's what you're supposed to do, that's love. Like, no, when you start to realize, like, okay, you can teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, what you reinforce. Start to have your own personal boundaries, and love can be equally reciprocated and should be. Doesn't matter if it's family or who you think is a valued friend because they've been in your life for so many years. But reflect on if for all of those years they were taking advantage and you were allowing it and feeling so upset. And until that falling apart happens, I look back now and go, thank you so much that I was hurt so bad in those moments. Because if I wasn't hurt that bad, I wouldn't have woke up. I would have still kept living in the illusion that that's what I was supposed to do because I'm a good person and blah, blah, blah. and not living my life because I was living for others. Because again, society very much conditions us to do that. And we should live for others, but in an equally reciprocated way. So when you put yourself back together, when you start to realize, like, I don't want to lose that I'm a good person, but I definitely want to start holding a higher value for who I exchange with. And really start to allow everything that's falling apart to put you back together. Does this make sense? Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you're relating. It doesn't matter what it looks like right now. Please know that you are being asked to look really deep within yourself to what is it that you want now, and no longer settle for less than what you truly, truly deserve. And that is whatever your heart desires. There's no holding back now. Live your best life. Allow what's falling apart to put you back into place. Much love and light. You've got this.